Welcome to another Faith Note for today. A question was asked of Jesus. Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law of Moses? Jesus replied, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second commandment is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. In a prior pastoral appointment, Vicki and I spent a considerable amount of time house hunting. The church did not provide a parsonage. It was a time-consuming process. We looked at a number of homes online before we informed our realtor which homes we wanted to tour. It seemed like a long, drawn-out process. We walked through 13 different homes. Every house had things that we liked and one or two things that we wished were different. At the end of one day, after viewing 4 houses, I felt like we found the perfect house if we could combine the best features of all 4 homes together. The problem was we weren't exactly certain what we were looking for, but we felt confident we would know it when we saw it. We spent several weeks working through that process. I don't know about you, but most of the time my calendar is filled with activity, and house hunting just added to the stress. The pandemic and the need to shelter in place has created huge openings in my calendar. How about yours? I'm not as busy as I once was. I'm confident that will change as we become acclimated to the new post-pandemic normal. Pre-COVID, it seemed like most people were highly mobile, running from place to place, trying to take it all in. We lived for the weekends. Everything was at our disposal. When our children were small, sports and band consumed much of our weekends. Now that we've been forced to slow down, I wonder how many of us are eager to take up such busy schedules once again. Before we resume busy schedules, maybe we ought to ask ourselves what we're chasing and what we get from what we're striving after. We might want to ask ourselves, was it worth it? Someone once said that there are 2 big disappointments in life. The first big disappointment is not getting what you long for. The other big disappointment is getting what you long for and then realizing it was not worth the effort or what it cost. What are you chasing after in life? Do your goals have lasting value? Do your efforts make a difference? Are you striving after things that last, that bring meaning and purpose to life? Or are they things to fill the calendar and to keep you occupied? Consider investing yourself in things that never age or lose their value over time. For what it's worth, we eventually found the house that we were looking for. We came full circle. The house we settled upon was the very first house that we toured and rejected. Thank you for watching another Faith Note for today. Let me close with these words from the book of Romans, chapter 12. Don't copy the behavior and the customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Amen.